Coi Leray has gone viral because Coi Leray's sophomore album, Coi, debuted at 102 on the Billboard 200 albums because it sold only 10,000 copies. Coi Leray. First week sales. A lot of people in the comments saying they didn't know that Coi Leray even dropped an album. A lot of people making fun of Coi Leray. Now, no one's saying that 10,000 copies isn't a small number. But Coi Leray, and I thought this was her debut album. My apologies. Correction. I think I said that last podcast. This is her second album, sophomore album. So this is Coi Leray's second album. Coi Leray, in my opinion, is a star. She's one of the most talented artists, especially female artists right now, in music, hip-hop, because she knows how to captivate people's attention. She knows how to create trendy songs and trendy moments musically. Now, when it comes to an album, maybe she might not be an album artist. Doesn't mean that the album's bad. It doesn't mean anything necessarily negative about her music, in my opinion. I think that we just have high standards. We think that because someone sells low amount of albums, it means that they suck, etc. But someone might be at fault here. Who do we blame? Is it a label issue? It might be the record label's issue, because 10,000 copies is definitely very low, especially to not even appear in the Billboard 100. It's in the 200, like the top 100 at least, is extremely low. Extremely low. Extremely low. Have you listened to the Coi Leray album? Do you like the Coi Leray album? I've checked it out. I haven't listened to it fully yet. I want to interview Coi Leray. I would love to have her talk about this. I'm dying to talk with her. She is a New England artist. She's from Boston. Her father's from Boston. Her family's from Boston. She reached out in the past. She didn't like certain comments that Trippie Redd made in an interview that we had with him years ago. And she was kind of trying to come at us, but not really. But then she clarified it, kind of was basically apologetic, and she said that she would be down for an interview whenever she's around. And I'm also mutual friends with her DJ and one of her best friends. So I'm trying to make that happen. I think it'll be amazing. I think it's going to be a dope conversation when it happens. I would love to do a reaction with her to her album. It is extremely low sales, though. It's definitely low sales. You know, if I'm her, this could be a discouraging moment in her career. But if I'm her, I really would look at it like, hey, fuck it. It happened. Let's move on. Try again. Try harder next time. Really focus on an album, you know, or don't drop an album. A lot of these artists are so huge with their singles and their songs and their music videos that in reality, maybe they shouldn't be dropping albums. I think TikTok culture and social media culture has made everything less about the album and more about the moment. So if you don't have a moment like a Gunna where everyone's kind of waiting for you to talk, then your album sales aren't going to necessarily be huge unless you have huge songs attached to them with huge features. You have to be damn near like a veteran, like a Drake or like a Kendrick, a Cole, to pull big, huge numbers. Little Uzi Vert. Coi Leray, people don't really care about her albums discography-wise. No one's saying, hey, that Coi Leray album, etc., was a classic, or that Coi Leray album was amazing. People don't really talk about her in album, but they talk about her with TikToks, and they talk about her with singles and songs. And they talk about her sexually, like her sexual, what's it called? Her appearance and like her sex appeal. She's beautiful. People talk about that a lot, all the time. Natural body. Her performance, she's a great performer. Her swag, she knows how to dress very nice. So you can easily say that her pros outweigh the cons. The positives outweigh the negatives. So if I'm Coi Leray, be more optimistic here. You know, let me see if she actually posted anything about this, because this broke today. Spotify chart, she's 6 debut albums globally. Top 6. You know. So she's doing something right. It's not a L fully. In America, she's a top 4 debut album streamed on Spotify. So this is more than her previous album. Her first album, Trendsetter, debut album, sold 9,000 copies first week. Her second one now sells 10,000. So it's up 1,000, but still low. People are clowning her all over the internet. Man, I don't know. I think it's a sticky situation, man. The music industry is changing, and this is an example of the music industry changing. She can't get mad at this number. People can't really get mad at it if they're on her team. It is what it is. Doesn't mean she can't perform sold out shows. Doesn't mean that she can't have a top charting song. You know, I think the song that she did on the Spider-Verse, the Metro Boomin album was amazing. And it was amazing in the movie. So she's winning no matter what. Like, she has W's, but this is definitely a wild number. I thought she was going to do at least 20K. I'm like, oh, last album I know did low. I'm like hoping for her that she does like 20, 30K to like at least look good and chart higher. Not number one. You know, Uzi's going to have number one. You know, other people are going to have number one, Gunna. But yeah, Coi Leray, man, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. But fuck it, man. It is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. Let's keep moving.
They gon' love me for my ambition.
Thanks for watching a clip from our podcast. If you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. If you want to check out one of our reactions, the latest ones, click right here as well. Appreciate you. Subscribe, smash that like button, leave a comment, and show us how much you hate us.